Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Again, this is Psych Eval number 15, week 24 of year 2022. Name's AV or Drum, whatever you want to call me. I'll give you a welcome. This is just a talking headpiece video that I do every Sunday. Just to kind of clear my head, get my thoughts out there, and then not go into next week with last week's thoughts. So, welcome. Let's get right into it. So, I am feeling not under the weather, but I am starting to get like, I don't know what this is that I got right here, but it feels weird. I got like a dry throat or whatever. My nose is not runny per se, but it doesn't feel good, so I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't evolve into anything else, because I don't know if I told you guys, but everybody else got sick last week at work, so hopefully I'm not coming down with something either. So then again, I have gotten wet because of all the rains and stuff like that, everything that's going on here. We're in rain season, hurricane season in the US, or yeah, rain season. Here in the Caribbean coast of Colombia, there's only two seasons. It's either hot as hell, or God is punishing you for whatever you did, and He's just like opening the faucet. So it just rains for like, I don't know, 2 weeks straight. But it's not like your typical rain where it's just like a shower. No, it's fucking water's on, and then that's it. So yeah, that's what's going on. And then between going to work and coming home and stuff like that, I have gotten wet by the rain and stuff. So I don't want to say, or I don't want to jinx it and say that I'm getting sick, but you never know. So actually, I don't know if you guys can tell, side note, but it's actually raining right now. You can't really hear it because this microphone is really good, but I know that's funny, but yeah, it's raining right now. You can't really hear it, but it's out there. But yeah, this week was a little weird. Some of the things that I wanted to accomplish, or some of the things that I've ordered for this channel in specific, have already come in. So they're at my sister's house. I did get a what is it called, like a cloner, a hard disk drive, or a SSD cloner, which is just like a device that you put in there just so you can actually, as a matter of fact, I have a hard disk SSD right here. So what I want to do is I want to get my girl's pictures and videos and things and documents that she has on this hard drive, and then put it on like a USB stick, which I do have around here somewhere. I have like a little A-Data 64 gig USB stick. It's nothing fancy, but gets the job done. I don't know if you guys, the camera will pick that up, but yeah, it's just a little 64 gig stick. Anyway, there's a lot of important pictures and videos and stuff of our family, and what I mean by family is just me and her together, which is going to help us with the fiance visa and stuff like that, which is I want to talk about that here for just a couple of minutes. So before I get to that, I want to just go ahead and say to you guys, we finally completed, and I mean completely completed, my son's CBRA. For those of you guys that don't know, CBRA stands for Childbirth Registration Abroad, or something like that. So that means we basically, I transferred my American nationality over to my son. So my son was born in this country during the pandemic. He was born in December 2020, so about 2 years ago. And we started the process for his paperwork in December. So around the same time that I was working for the company that let me go, for being in Colombia. I'll try to post a link somewhere up here so you guys can go ahead and catch up on that video. And just a little bit of information. But anyway, so I started the process on December 28th. I have the information somewhere over here on my desk. So on December 28th, we started the whole process. We went to the consulate, which is here in the city of Barranquilla. We presented all the paperwork, obviously the fees and everything. And again, I'll try to do a more detailed video at some point this week. I know I've been saying that I'm going to do several different videos and stuff like that, just from putting my thoughts out there. But I promise you I'll get to it. So yeah, so we started the whole process. We provided my documentation, my girl's documentation. Obviously, we paid for everything up front. Everything was dispatched through DHL, which I'm guessing is like the partner company of the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. Consulate here in Barranquilla. So the passport arrived, I want to say, on Tuesday. Or the passport was already here, and I also purchased the passport card, which they were both here. But something happened between DHL and, again, this just begs the question of how bad DHL really is in Colombia. Like, I hate DHL delivery service for an entirely different reason, but I also hate it for this particular case, which is something very trivial, but then again, it just added on to the shit that already is DHL. So anyway, so both the passport and the passport card arrived on Tuesday. I already knew that because I received several emails from both the embassy as well as DHL telling me that they were at the office. That's number one. Okay, so I go to the office. I have the paperwork with me, which is right here next to me. I go over there and I go to ask questions because it's been about 11 days since from the time that I received the emails to when I'm like, okay, so nothing is coming to my house, so let me just go down there. So I go down there, I start asking questions. I'm like, hey, listen, I received the email. This is the paperwork that I have. I started this process back in December, but it's not coming to my house and you guys aren't giving me any information. And I don't know if you guys ever had to deal with like an embassy or a consulate. They don't usually reply right away. So let's just get that out of the way. So I head down there, I'm asking questions, and she's like, oh yeah, actually it's here, but it's at our central location, which is like 6 blocks away. Okay, cool. And then right as I'm walking out the door, the lady's like, hey, listen, the tracking numbers that you have on the DHL paper, which I gave you, it's the same girl. She's like, oh, they're changed. So I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? Yeah, they changed. I'm not sure if you tried to look them up on our website, or like, you know how like you normally can track your package. So effective, exactly as she said, every time that I would try to track my package, it wouldn't pop up. So then she writes the correct number for the passport only, knowing damn well that I have two different documents coming. So she only writes it for the passport. So anyway, fast forward, we go 6 blocks away to the main location of DHL. We go there, and okay, so I come in. I have my son in tow, so my son's with me. My girl's with me too, just in case. And hey, listen, I'm here to pick up my son's paperwork or whatever. This is him. He's 1.5 years old. Here's the paperwork with the tracking number, and then the new tracking number, which the girl at the other DHL wrote down. Okay, cool. So they find the passport, they give it to me. It also came with the childbirth abroad, which is like a certification, more or less like a birth certificate kind of thing. So it's officialized. It has my name, it has Adri's name on it, my girl's name. It has my son's name, and then it's you know, all official. So anyway, so I go back to the car, I open everything up. Like I said, everything that's in the bag. I got my son's passport I got the 52-page, the big book. And then I'm like looking in the bag, okay, where's the passport card? So I go back inside, with the same paperwork from before, like the tracking numbers and stuff that I got back in December. And they're like, oh, it's not here or whatever. We just have to wait. Which, again, I already don't want to be here because it's DHL. So I just take their word for it, and then we leave. Okay. Now, mind you, I've already paid for everything since December. We're in June now, so I'm pissed. So we go home, whatever, and, you know, I bite my tongue. It's time to celebrate. So we come home. We start celebrating. My uncle stays with us for the afternoon because he's the one that usually drives us around since he has a car, and he does like the Uber. And I say Uber, but over here it's called something different. It's called like InDriver or something like that. So, but it's the same thing. It's the same concept. Anyway, so he stays with us. I buy pizza, buy soda, so we celebrate, whatever. And like 2 hours after we get home, or I want to say like 2.5 hours after I've received the package from DHL, I get another email saying, hey, listen, your passport card is here. I'm like, okay, this is weird. I've already gotten this email before, but I just happened to be magically receiving another email saying the same thing 2.5 hours after I picked up the passport, so it just didn't make any sense. So anyway, so Wednesday passes by. We stay home because it's raining, whatever. I don't have to go to the office because everybody's sick, so I just work from home. Whatever, we let their day ride by. Thursday comes around, and I'm like, okay, so they're not giving me any updates. Again, I'm looking on the website with the tracking number that I got in December, and it's also not coming up, or it's still not coming up because I've already tried to look it up since December. So I call my uncle again. Hey, my Uncle Gabriel. So, hey, Uncle Gabriel, come pick me up. Please take me back to the DHL office or to the consulate so I can go ahead and pick up the passport. Cool. So we get in the car, we ride out, we get there, and I hate DHL so much. So I get there, and then they can't find what I'm looking for. They can't find it by the name. They can't find it by the tracking number. They can't find it. They can't find the person who called me to confirm that the package was there. Because earlier in the day, on Thursday, somebody called me saying, hey, listen, my passport card is there. My son's passport card is there. So cool. Half an hour goes by. They're basically flipping the place upside down trying to find my son's passport card. It finally comes up. It was literally in everybody's face, which is, again, just adding on to my hatred of this entity. And then, all right, cool. So let me sign it so I can go ahead and get the hell out of here, and then we can go ahead and celebrate again. So, you know, I was going to buy another pizza, and then we can celebrate. So, sorry, my nose is running. But now it's a problem. There's an issue. As with everything with DHL, there's an issue. So the lady at the desk, who literally gave me my son's passport on Tuesday, is now telling me that because it's my son's paperwork, or because it's a passport that's being given to me by the U.S. Embassy or whatever the hell, she tried to make some shit up trying to tell me that she couldn't give me my son's paperwork. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? I was just here on Tuesday. This wasn't a rule on Tuesday, so why is it a rule today? And then we get into this back and forth. I get heated. I walk outside. I tell my girl, you know, go talk to this lady because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. My girl walks inside. She's like, I can't reason with her either. We basically got into this back and forth because, again, on Tuesday we were just there to pick up my son's passport. No documentation. All I had was a tracking number, which DHL changed, not me. And they gave me the passport, no problem. My son's in tow. My wife's with me. Cool. Come back today. My son's in tow. My wife's with me, but she can't give me the passport because we don't have his birth certificate or whatever the fuck it is that they need. So, again, I'm sitting here getting pissed at this lady because on Tuesday this wasn't a rule and today it is. So I don't know what happened, but she just gave up. She didn't want to argue with me. I didn't want to argue with her, honestly. So she ended up giving me the paper, and then that was it. So I walked outside. I got in the car. We opened the, did a little short video for the family. Opened the thing up, confirmed that it was my son's passport card, and then boom, we rolled out. So Thursday afternoon, again, bought another pizza, got some more soda. We celebrated again for the second time in a row. So, honestly, I feel like in that situation, I could have handled myself a little bit better. I could have restrained myself. But then again, I don't know, I just became so frustrated because, like I said, I was just there 2 days earlier. The same lady was there, right? There was a new girl, which she was the one who literally was looking everywhere. Like literally, the only thing that she didn't do was like grab like a jackhammer and check under the tiles. Like this girl was literally looking everywhere, but it was right in front of her face. So, what all did she do anyway? So I got really frustrated. That whole situation just pissed me off because, on Tuesday it's not a rule, but then I don't know. That's just how things are here. So if you're planning on coming to Colombia and having a family, starting a family, going through the whole process with the travel government or the state government or whatever, or travel state government, I think that's what it's called. Just be aware that these are some of the issues that you're going to have to deal with, because Colombia is such an ass backwards country for certain things that you have no choice but to get pissed in order to get people to do things for you. That's just the way it is. Again, I don't like being that guy. I don't like getting to that place. But in this situation, if I hadn't gotten not irate, but I felt like I had to raise my voice more than I should have had to. Okay, I think my camera just died, or my phone just died. Yeah, it's super hot. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and continue on. Wait for my phone to charge up a little bit. This is one of the issues that I had to deal with not having the right equipment. That's the reason why I don't record a lot of videos, is because of this right here. So even though my camera's out, I'm still gonna try to finish this video anyway. I was gonna show you guys my daughter's headstone. It's right here next to me. I finally got it after almost a week of fucking delays after fucking delays. These people were trying to basically finesse me out of my money. That's what they were trying to do. They were telling me that there was no power. They were telling me that the water was or the rain in this case was too much, or whatever the hell. Like, they were just trying to find excuses to basically take my money. But I went down there and not cursed them out, but I held them accountable for a job that they were instructed to do. So I went down there, I spoke with the lady. I was like, hey, listen, I'm not leaving here without my daughter's headstone. So she went to the back, she spoke to whomever, and then they finished my daughter's headstone and gave it to me. So on Monday they told me Tuesday, on Tuesday they told me Wednesday, on Wednesday they told me Thursday, and Thursday I got fed up. So we basically made it, if you've been paying attention, we basically turned Thursday into like a one-way trip. So we went all the way downtown Barranquilla, we went to Centro in Barranquilla, we got my daughter's headstone, and then from there we went over to the USM, to the consulate, the DHL by the consulate, picked up my son's passport and everything else, and then from there we came back to the house and called it a day. But yeah, just be aware, these are just some of the struggles and some of the trials and tribulations that you're gonna have to go through if you do live here. Again, this is really embarrassing about the camera, but it's nothing I can do. The camera, or the iReune Cam web app, consumes a lot of battery life. Like, my phone is really toasty right now. It's really hot, and it's an old iPhone 7. I can't really ask it to do much. So again, I'll try to cut this video short since there's no audio, but then again, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Feel free to check out some of these links, some of these other videos that I have posted up here. Feel free to check out this playlist as well, so you can go back in time and check how I've progressed, through this whole Psych Eval, and as well as in life. some of the topics that I spoke about last week. A lot of things are in the works this week. Hopefully, I'll have good news tomorrow. I'll try to make a post on Patreon. If you want to support the channel directly, me and my family, we have some goals and stuff like that we have posted up on our Patreon. Feel free to check that out down in the link, down in the description. There'll be some links for you to check out. Again, I appreciate you stopping by, and have yourself a wonderful week and stay positive.